Hello everybody, how is it going? And welcome to the stream. Today we're doing Planet Zoo. It is Tuesday today, right? Is it Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. So that's Planet Zoo today. And we are back in Reginald State Zoo. We've been working on it for a while now, and today what I think I want to try and do is a koala habitat. I don't know if we're going to get it finished today because I do have kind of a complicated idea for the koala habitat, so it might take 2 streams to do it. But I want to do sort of a walk-in, partial indoor, partial outdoor, change in elevation habitat. So it's going to be a little difficult, but I think we can get it done. So let's go ahead and switch over to the gaming tab. And here we can see the habitat we built in the last stream. So this is the Dole habitat. And we built this last Thursday. And this is sort of how our zoo is coming along. Just kind of an overshot view so we can kind of see. North America looks really amazing from up above now that it's completely finished. And we are over here in Australia. We have kangaroo habitat over here, dingoes, and the Dole. And today I want to work on koalas. So the animals we have left are the saltwater crocodile, the platypus, koala, and the cassowary. And I think we're going to put the cassowary over here is the plan. Saltwater and platypus over here somewhere. And then we're going to do the koalas over in this general vicinity. I think, I was kind of thinking maybe over here would be kind of a good idea to put it. So that way it kind of encloses this sort of Australia entrance spot. I think that would be kind of good. I know I want to do some something sort of in the middle here. Maybe we can do like a restaurant kind of feature. This is where the cassowary habitat is gonna be. And over here is kind of just opened for planned. So that's why I was thinking maybe we can incorporate sort of this path in the koala habitat. And basically this line here will continue straight sort of into these mountains, which will be the Indo-Malaysia, I think, is on this side. This path here is going to go into the Nile Safari. So I know that the koalas need sort of like a really desert kind of vibe. Let's go look at them here and see sort of what we're working with, because they do like a lot of climbing. So we want to make sure we get a lot of climbing for them. Koala. Here we go. So natural habitat is tropical temperate. Okay, so they'll do really good on this side. That way they can kind of blend right into the Indo-Malaysia area, which is kind of all this down here. I think that will work very well. They need 3 foot proof, so that should be fine for doing the outside area. And then let's see, so they want a group size of 1 male up to 3 females. So we don't want to build like a super massive habitat, or else we're not going to be able to see them, like, ever. We might be able to like throw in 1 more female if we want, because we do have fighting turned off. Guests can enter the habitat. They have a positive relationship with the humans, so we can really squeeze the humans all into the habitat. I think that'll be really fun. And let's see, do we have... Oh, they like to be with the kangaroos, so yeah. Okay. So, I think we're going to work over here. And I'm just going to kind of think. So I know I want guests to be able to walk in to the habitat, and I want sort of this main path that's not in the actual habitat to sort of go under the habitat. And I kind of want it to have, like, I guess 2 sides to it. So maybe what we can do is, let me grab this path. I'm going to get rid of this path, and I'm actually going to raise it up off the ground. So I'm going to use... Actually, if we go into path and, do I still have that path selected? We just do flattened terrain, I think will work. No, it needs to be tunneling, and that will sort of make it a bridge. Yes. And I'm just going to have this sort of bridge across like this so we can adjust the terrain underneath. Yeah, and we'll do that. Turn that off. And basically, I think we're going to have the habitat sort of go underneath, and then on this side will be sort of like an interior habitat so people can go in. I think I want to incorporate the education talk, the animal talk to that. And then over here, I'm going to kind of lower it down a little bit, I think. And that will sort of be like the outdoor area for them. I think that's basically what I want to do. I don't want to encroach too much on that mountaintop, because that is for the Indonesia area and it's going to be very small as it is. So I think that this habitat will probably come up to let's see, we'll probably finish it like here. We'll probably stop it like here before it really starts to get into the habitat. And I think we'll just kind of bring it along the edge of this hill here like that and sort of finish it off there. So like that will be sort of like an area for the animals to kind of go outside and kind of be on the, like, to be not where the people are. They're kind of like on their own out there. And then over here is where people can enter the habitat. And I want to kind of do something interesting. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab our stamp tool, this one, make it a little bit bigger. We don't need the height to be much. Yeah, let's just kind of do it like that. Yeah, and I want to sort of dig out an area here. Let's see, we don't need to go under there. So it'll be sort of like that. Actually, that is way too low. Let's actually not make it that deep. I just kind of want it to be, because then we need 3 feet to not be able to escape. So I think if we just do like maybe 6 feet, that should be a decent amount of space to kind of work with. So let's do that. I'm just going to kind of drag this along. And I think we'll go to about there. And that should work. And I'm just going to drag this to kind of cut out this area. Yeah, I think we'll just kind of stop right about there. Okay. So for some reason that path is actually blocking terrain placement, which is weird. So I'm just going to get rid of that for now. And I want to push all this down. Yep, like that. And then basically this side over here, we're going to need sort of like a little ramp or something so they can kind of get up. Or do we want to lower it just a little bit? Maybe we'll lower it a little bit. So they only need like 3 feet. So I feel like that should be good. And we can check measurement on that. Okay. Let's check the measurements now. So we'll go to barriers. And I'm just gonna grab the concrete one. Let's just put this like over here about. So that is 6 feet. Let's see, if we lower that to, it only needs about 3 feet. So that is about that height. So it looks like that's about 4 feet. So I think I'm gonna raise it up just a little bit. Because I only want it to be like, I don't want it to be super deep over here. So I'm gonna raise that up just a little bit. Raise it like to this level. And we're gonna do cement edge like we've been doing. So we'll do that. I actually think it might need to go down just a little bit more. That should be good. Yeah, that should work. And I wonder if we can push that. No, we can't. Okay. So now we'll get the barrier. Is that music working? I'm trying to make sure the music is on. I feel like you can't hear it. Hello? Interesting. Let's check the height on this. So I'm gonna put this down. Lower it to right about that height. Yeah, that's probably good. And that is what? About 3.5 feet. So that should be good. A good height. Actually, for this side. So that will work. And then over here, it's going to be just a little bit deeper. But also, I think we're going to have people go into this building. I don't think the terrain is going to completely be in this shape. Because I want the koala habitat to follow a certain shape. So what I'm going to do is build this shape out of cement really quick. And then we're going to kind of move the terrain around that. So let me grab our concrete pieces. And I want to try and build sort of like an octagon. So let's kind of try and straighten that out. So we'll have that sort of there. And I want to do, let's do 2 there and 2 there. These need to be on the inside, so I'm going to do that. So then I should be able to kind of duplicate these. So that's not an even number, I guess. Oh, because it's 2 of them? Okay. So I just need to move these back. Yep. So we have that. Excuse me. So we can exit that building. I'm going to hit Control X. And if we rotate this at 45, yeah, we kind of get this shape here. So, let me see if I push these that way. Oop. Can we go in? What can we do to sort of fix this? Because I do want this like octagon shape sort of, and I kind of want the path that the guests will enter to kind of go in and then maybe spiral down to the ground and sort of have like a circular path in the middle is sort of what I'm thinking. So here, let's actually do this. So can we not get rid of that? There we go. So I'm going to delete all of these paths. And we're going to kind of start fresh. Because now that I think about it, this habitat we're building might be way too big for the 4 koalas. Which is a problem I tend to do, is build really massive habitats. So I'm going to get rid of all of that. And let's flatten this out. We'll just get rid of this. And I think what we'll do is just build that sort of building to go in. And we'll incorporate their night house sort of in that and everything sort of all involved. Instead of trying to build multiple sections. I'm just going to fill this in. And we'll smooth all this out. Okay. So let's put the koala habitat. Let me think. Yeah, well, I think we'll just put it over here. I'll put it like where this big kind of plaza is. So we need to build this sort of octagon shape, which let's see. We need to try and figure out how to get that shape, which if we do the rotation tool, that should help, but we might need to use some of the ungridded pieces. So I want to use 2 side pieces because I want to use these door frames sort of as the main entrance there. So I want to do that. And then we'll go out. That might be a good size. That might be good. And then we can duplicate that. Which this actually needs to flip the other way. And then that will go out to there. So that's sort of the center there, that square. I think that works. And if we select all this again, we'll exit the building. We should be able to sort of snap that in right there. Like that. And now if we go into this building, let's see, what can we do to try and line these up? So I'm going to grab our cement on ungridded pieces. I'm going to try and line this up. Let's just make sure snapping is on. So that will go there. That should be pretty lined up. Here we go. And we'll just kind of need to... Okay, so that works. And we'll go into this building. And this will snap to there. Like that. Okay, now we basically need to try and get these to sort of touch. Which... Let's see. This should perfect. Just kind of squeeze in like that. And then what we can do is we'll go around here and we'll get rid of these edge pieces, and we should be able to grab that and sort of snap it in there, which this one I will replace. And then we'll go into this building and we should be able to kind of duplicate that over just like that. And we don't need those. Oops, no. So Control Z, delete. Nope. Control Z, delete. There we go. I just want to get those ones out of there. Nope. There we go. And that is sort of like our octagon shape, which I think works. Then what we need to do is select all of this. You know, my cords are like messing up my mouse right now. So I'm going to move all this out of the way. There we go. Okay. So we select all of this. What I want to do is sync this. We'll go to like there. Yeah, we'll sync that, and then I just need to make the terrain. Let me see if we can do this. So let me go to path. I'm gonna align to grid. Can I select one of these? Okay, what if I do flatten terrain? Terrain modification has failed. Yeah, we should be able to sort of build this up for the most part, just like this. There we go. There we go. And that clears out most of that space. We can't really clear this out because of the path there, but I might be able to sort of push it just a little bit. Yeah, and we can do that because the path is going to come down there. So that will sort of be where the koala habitat is. And then let me see. Let's actually get these because we're going to need solid pieces there. So now what we can do is we'll have, because that's sort of like where the path is. I think we'll have it sort of, I want to see if I can get the path to come in this way. Let's see. Okay, so that's sort of where it comes in. Can we do maybe like a little bit bigger path and sort of get it to kind of connect in there? So that is sort of that height. So like that's where that would need to go. But for some reason we can't attach it there, and I think that is because of so what we're gonna need to do, I'm gonna use a smaller path and sort of bring this up. I think I want this to sort of follow this, and then we're gonna kind of go down. I want to kind of just slope it. I don't want to use stairs, so I'm gonna use this. And I will do allow for curved slopes so that we can, this will kind of go there. I don't really want it that steep. Did it reset this? I kind of just want it to like, hold on. Kind of just want it to spiral around this. Kind of like that. I think that will work, and it'll sort of just make its way down. There we go. So we kind of just have like this sort of downward spiral kind of going there. And then this path, I think we'll have it kind of go here, and I think we'll do like a kind of round path there, and that will sort of be like where the guests can come in, and I think that works. I'm going to try and get this to connect up now. What if we go here, and then if I get rid of the height constraint there. Maybe this one can kind of go slightly up. Maybe not. So, I'm trying to think, because we need to do, I need to adjust this just a little bit, because what I want, maybe what we can do here, let's try this. So I'm going to go to path, and Is that the smallest path? So that is where that has to go pretty much. Because of the way the path works, so that's fine. It's just a little annoying. I kind of want it to be like there. Can we? Oh, we can get that to connect. Perfect. So we're gonna have this go this way. Not those big slopes. So let's go and change our height. And say that we have curved slopes on. Perfect. So we're going to go in and basically we're just going to kind of... Actually, let's turn off curved slopes. I want to try to do this without it. So we'll go down and kind of follow this edge here. And then we'll go down a couple. Follow that corner there. Down a couple. What did I do? Why is that like that? Okay, so follow this curve. Go down. Okay. And then I want to make this bottom piece the sort of rounded edge like that. So I think that is a little bit smoother. It does go outside of the grid just a tad, like right here. Let me try and adjust that. I think we might be able to kind of tweak it just a little bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that circle, I think there. Actually, no, I want to move it over just a smidge. So let's put the circle, let me align to grid. Put the circle there because we can go like this and it will make it a circle, but I want it to be kind of flat on the end since there's a wall there. So we'll put that. So basically, so it looks like that is really the only way for it to smoothly get over there, which is a little bit annoying. What if we... What just happened? That was a little annoying. The Control Z got stuck, so it deleted a whole bunch. We'll align to grid. We'll do that. Maybe we pull that up just a little bit. Yeah, when I Control Z, it undoes all that. That's probably a glitch or something, so let's try to not do that. The select. So we'll do that. I wonder if we can get this to sort of, yeah, curve more that way. Shrink down the height. Go there. Yes. And we'll do that. So it's just a little, it's pretty good. Do we have like flattened terrain turned on? We do. I'm not quite sure why that's doing that, but it is quite annoying. So let's undo this all again. Align to grid. There we go. And now I want this to kind of go this way. No. We need tiny little elevation. I think we'll turn on curved slopes for this one. So then we can do this. Yeah. Oh, right there. That's perfect because I want it to be a really shallow slope. So I like that. So the guests can come down and then they'll be down here and we can have some like a bunch of climbing stuff basically for the koalas. Because what I want to do is have sort of a big gated thing. I think what we'll do is have this here be their sort of gated piece. So let me think. If we go grab that cement piece. I want to put their little door over here. They should be able to go through that. It's just really tiny. Maybe we can make use of this. So I think that is a little bit bigger than sort of the archway. Yeah, let's use that window piece. I'll put that there. And then we'll have this area here sort of be like their night house. Oop. So let's go in here. I'm going to extend this out like that. And that will be sort of their night house, I think. I'm going to, let's have this aligned to that. And we will flatten terrain. There we go. Now that might be a problem now that they're actually using that. So let me go in here and grab the actual concrete wall. I'm gonna just put that in. I'll put that in like that. And then I think what we're gonna do is maybe adjust the shape a little bit. I think we're gonna have this kind of go this way just a little bit more. Like that. So we can sort of have like their feeders over here and then maybe their little beds over here so they can kind of get out of that visual. And we'll figure out the path. So let's have, here's what I'm thinking. If we align this path to the grid here, we can put that sort of there. We'll deselect, actually let me put this here just for snapping. We'll deselect from the grid. And I want to have this go up. I don't want curved slopes, please. And then does that go? I see. So we need, let me change the height. That. So that's the floor. We need to try and get these to line up. Let's see. Oop. So we'll do that. No paths. Let's turn off flattened terrain for now. Not quite. Okay, we'll do that. There we go. So that will connect to that. And then I think we'll have the actual habitat entrance. We'll have it there. I think that will work. And then this will basically just kind of, let's go on the inside. be just where they kind of come in to the habitat there. And I think that will work. And we can duplicate this piece. Actually, no, let's use the actual door piece. There. Because that's where the habitat door will be. And then we can put their feeders over here and their little beds over there. Which we do need to finish this wall. Let me try and line this up as best as possible. So this is gonna come up to there, and there we go. And that will just kind of be like a little nook, but it should be fine because they're not actually gonna use it. Okay, let me just kind of push this out of the way a little bit. That should work. Excuse me. There we go. So that is sort of the main shape, I think, of our koala habitat. Kind of cool, I think. And we're going to fill in this, sort of just kind of flatten it out. I wonder if I can use this to try and pull it in a little closer. See how close we can get to these paths. Kind of help reduce sort of the amount of work we need to do. There we go. Just kind of pull all this in, because the least space we need to fill in, the better. There we go. And so that will be sort of the foundation work. Now what we need to do is go into these buildings, and I want to use the chain link fence, I think. Because I don't think there's sort of any other kind of open piece like that. Let me see. I mean, we do have the chain link fence for the actual habitat, but I don't think we have a chain link wall. No. So let me go into structural, I think. No. Is it structural? Where are, I can never find those pieces. They're like chain link fence. There's the one-way glass. Maybe they're in the actual fence tab. Yes, they are. Okay. So there we have the chain link fence. Which looks like that. Basically what I'm thinking is we kind of have this sort of filling in the whole top section here. So let me go grab some actual structural pieces like this. We need some long poles. Do we have round ones? I think I want to use round ones for this. Yeah. We don't need snapping, so I'm gonna put these on sort of the corners of all these spots. Yeah, I'll do it over here too. I think that's about how tall it is. We do need to fit a few trees in here. I think we'll also put them sort of in the middle. just for some additional support. Okay. And then we should be able to sort of drop this. Let me see if snapping turned on. If I do that, because we're gonna need them sort of there. So what we can probably do is, let me undo all this because I have a better idea. That will be a little bit faster. So we'll go in here. And we'll build this section. And then we can just duplicate it. Plop that down. It is a little bit off for some reason. Are we on? Not quite sure. Let me just kind of line that up. And switch that across. It's like slightly off. And then we can duplicate this up here, and that will sort of be the top. I think we're gonna do sort of like a cone pitch kind of thing. So we'll do that, and then we're gonna go get our chain link fence pieces. There it is. It is hard to see them sometimes. So let me snap that up like that. And that is our chain link, which for some reason it's like slightly crooked. There we go. So we'll just fill this in with our chain link. Do we have a skinnier piece? There we go. It's hard, you can't see them at all at an angle, so it's a little annoying. Okay, let's use that one instead. This one, you can see it better from a distance, and I'd rather do that. Let me try and snap it to these walls so we can ensure that it's straight. So we'll go there, there. Ugh. There we go. And this way it's just more visible, sort of from a distance. So put that there. Duplicate that up. Just like that. And now what we can do is select this, deselect the bottom. Actually, what we should be able to do is if we get rid of those and grab the whole thing except for that piece, duplicate it, we can go like that. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to get rid of these squares, and then we can duplicate this like that. There we go. And then what we should be able to do is if I grab all of it. Interesting. Okay. I think that should be all of it. And I'm just going to deselect sort of these bottom pieces, and I'll keep just the gate, and then we should be able to sort of separate it into its own building. So we have just the fence pieces now. We'll separate it into its own building, and then we're gonna rotate it. Should do on the 45. Okay. Let me turn off snapping. Try and line this up a little better. So we need to, okay, not sure what happened there, but I'm gonna go in and edit this building. Grab this piece. Basically just need to kind of adjust these over because for some reason they just didn't fit. And that might be just because the walls aren't completely square, but that's okay. So we'll adjust these over. Like that. And so now we have sort of this structure here, which I think looks pretty cool. And now what we can do is multi-select these buildings and we will add them together. Okay. Now we need to go and do the roof, which is going to be tricky, especially seeing as these apparently aren't completely square. And I think what the problem is just the way we did the walls. So I'm going to try and use this top building. And basically what we're going to do is grab all these beams on these sort of corners. That. Okay, I'm going to duplicate them, pull them up. And now what I'm going to do is rotate them, which the roofs are usually less than 45. Let's just do 45 for now and see if we can get these to all sort of, okay, well, that is going to be a problem. So if we go 45 that way, yes. So that works. Can we just duplicate these ones then? Let me move this one over. And I'm going to rotate them so 45 degrees so those ones can line up there. This roof is going to be the hardest part, and for some reason these are not the same. Let me get rid of this one. I think I want them to be like this. So we'll go there. And then we can duplicate these. Okay, so we'll go straight across first. That's what the problem is this building isn't completely symmetrical, and it's because of the way we did the end pieces. I don't really know how we would fix that at this stage. But it is going to make this roof super weird because it's like a very wonky sort of thing. Let me go down to this building. I don't mind anything over here. I think that's okay. It is all those pieces. I'm going to delete them. And then go into this building. We're going to delete them. There we go. Okay, so let's go into here and see sort of where our pieces are. So let's get rid of this. And I want to align this up, line this up basically to the edge of that. So we do that. Sort of like that. We can adjust this and just kind of move these pieces over. We'll have the door there, because then that keeps the this sort of piece there. Let me actually exit this building. We need to scoot it back just a smidge, sort of right there. So that is 3 pieces there, which is a little too big. But if we let me grab that one piece that is for a door frame. Cement, concrete. This one. If we adjust, no, not the height, the grid size to 2 meters. Okay. The grid size to 2 meters. And then grab that piece. Guess that won't really work. Maybe we can use this piece. I don't understand why it wouldn't line up with that anyway. Now it's at 2 meters. Okay. And if we do this, so if we do that, we can line this up to there for now. And then see if this fits over here. I'm trying to get it to line up pretty much straight across, which is this square there. So that's that. Okay, so then if we select that and duplicate it, we exit the building and come back in. Will it be a 4-meter grid? It will be. Okay. All right, so if we duplicate these, how many squares apart is that? It looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these two are the middle ones. Which I think that is centered there, but I'm not sure if it's centered there. So let's try this. Maybe this will be a little bit better. Let's sort of put these pieces in. Those are 2 pieces there. That's 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 3 pieces. So this is sort of that middle there, which these don't really have a middle, it seems. It's sort of there. So now if we duplicate these, that should be the middle. So let's do that, and then we'll duplicate this whole building. Okay. So that works. We just need to kind of go in here and adjust a few things now. So this building, or this wall, we'll switch it out with this one. Okay. Actually, yeah, let's do this. So if I select this one and build this sort of myself, like that, then we can, let's duplicate this over. Actually, what we can do, we can get rid of all this. So let's get rid of that. Put that down. And this should go right there. Yes, and it is slightly off. So we'll line that up. This one might be just completely easier to build sort of out of these ungridded pieces. So we'll do that. And then we'll pull it across. Just like that. And then we'll grab all of it. And we should be able to rotate that. So that is not right. Something is off. Which, let me select all these again. And if we duplicate them, yeah, it doesn't really put us in the center, which why wouldn't it do that? that is in the center. So we have snapping on. There we go. It is slightly off there and nowhere else. So let me just adjust these pieces a little bit. And I'll go there. Okay, so there is our octagon. That is way more even. So now we can go and slide this into place. Just about there. Yeah, I think that's about right. I think we're just gonna line this corner up there. Slide this down like that. Now we can go into this building, which I think what we're gonna do is get rid of sort of all this. Set everything over there, yes. And everything over here we can get rid of. Is that everything? Yes. And then we can adjust these other pieces. Because actually that doesn't even look like it's pretty straight. So I'm gonna go in here and grab the pole and try and line that up more in the center. Just right about there, I think. There we go. And then we'll line this one up. Like that. And this one. Get rid of that piece. Now we'll just duplicate it, which we can select all of it. We will deselect those poles. Okay. And okay. We should be able to do this the same. Why did it do that? Okay. Let's select these multiple buildings. We're gonna select this and that. We're gonna combine them together since they're not gridded anymore. And I want to select sort of the whole thing. Yeah, and we're just gonna kind of move it over here. Move over here so I can actually see it. And what I think we're gonna do is select all this. And we're gonna rotate this ourselves. So 45 degrees. Just like that. So that's sort of our cage. And now for the roof, which is going to be very tricky. We need to do let me actually redo this again. We are going to let's build the roof with this as well. So I'm gonna grab this and I don't know if 45 degrees is exactly right. Let's try 30. That might be a little bit more shallow. Okay, so 15 I think is right. So I'm gonna pull that over like that, and then we'll take these pieces and they'll get rotated in. Sort of like that. Which they'll need to kind of hit each other. So let me grab these. Slide this over. Because they're gonna need to go in to sort of hit each other in the center. So what we can do is, I think we'll extend these out. These should intersect themselves now, but they are off. How? This whole thing should be straight across, and it's not. Okay, so let's line this up. Should be right there. And we'll slide it across. So that is there. Yeah, so slide that across like that. So that is those roof bars now. And we can grab these and we should be able to rotate them in. So we'll do that. Rotate them in like that. And they should collide. Okay, so that's pretty close, I think. What we can probably do, so let's get these to line up. We want them to nudge into each other. So we'll go like that. And this one will rotate just a little bit more, like that. There we go, so that's sort of our center, and we should be able to kind of nudge this down. And now we can duplicate that over. Oops. I'm gonna duplicate that over. We'll turn on snapping. What? Oh, the wee lad. The wee laddie. What is it? Lattice? So that is where that goes. Which these need to sink in here. Like that. I don't understand why this is always so hard to do. I just need those pieces to line up like that, but I need okay, let's try it a different way. let's see. We need it to sort of snap. That's the best way to do it. So I'm gonna grab these two pieces and they're gonna go up to there, and we're gonna have them go on the 15 degrees. Hold on 1 second, my sock is bothering me. There we go. It's like sliding down. Okay, so this is gonna go there. And then this is gonna go let's put this back at 45. Maybe not 45. Let's try 30. 30 seems a bit too steep as well. Okay, so we're going to do 15 increments. Let's try that. Let's try that because that seems pretty okay. And then basically we'll just duplicate these pieces up. I'm going to do them super long basically so we can find that intersection. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is grab these and we're going to duplicate them across. Okay, so that should be lined up basically. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to grab all these pieces. And we're going to see if this is even lined up. So it's not. So we're going to line them up with these end pieces. There we go. So that is sort of lined up there. And then we can adjust these because we need these 2 points to come together. Which, how are we going to do that? Let me see. So I'm going to grab these pieces and see if we take it off that and sort of nudge it just a little bit back over here. Then grab these pieces and nudge it just a little bit, like that. Put it back. Yes, so then we have that space there. We should be able to duplicate that over. So grab those. Let's put on snapping. Rotate those over and they should line up. Okay, so let's grab all this. We'll basically just kind of scoot it back to line up there. Like that. Perfect. Now we're just going to take these pieces and sort of push them back so that they don't overhang like that. There we go. And now we can try and fill this in with some chain link, which is going to be a little bit tricky here at the top, but it should be fine. I think what we'll do is I'm going to duplicate this piece, bring it up, and then we had this at 15. So I'm going to rotate that down to 15, which should be the right angle. It's going to be hard to tell. And that will go there. And this should pretty much come to the top. I think we'll go like to there. It overhangs a little bit, but should be okay. And then we'll do a couple pieces over here and over here, which like they overhang as well, but I think it should be fine. We'll see what it looks like when we duplicate the whole thing over, and if it looks way too weird, then we'll undo it. I think we do have some smaller chain link fence pieces, which those are really tiny. Yeah, we'll put some in there, which I don't mind it having sort of that gap in these some spots. I don't think I mind that too much. Put these on. Should be able to duplicate one more piece up here. Squeeze that in. And there we go. So that's sort of our chain link fence. That should work for the protection. So what I'm going to do now is duplicate all those squares over. Let's try and get just the squares. Perfect. And I'm going to turn this up like that. Pull it back. For some reason it's not lining up. That is okay. Squeeze that in there. There we go. We'll just get rid of these extra poles. Excuse me. Okay, so now we should be able to duplicate this whole thing over. So I'm going to select all of this. I'm going to deselect these poles on opposite sides. And we should be able to duplicate that over because that is pretty much in the center. We want it on snapping. So we're going to go... Okay, so let's not do it on snapping then, and then we'll just kind of line it up eyeball. So we have that one, and that one. Interesting. So I'm going to select this whole side. And try and adjust this. Yeah. So we'll do that. I don't know why this is so difficult to build this little building. So we'll do that. And then we'll just select all these pieces in here. Like all that. Yep, not these. Okay, whatever. Yeah, okay, and we'll also take that, and I want to duplicate it over to fill in this gap. Okay. So, let me grab all this again. Move it over. Why is it being so weird? I don't know why it's so hard to build this little building. So what I'm gonna do, I need like a small section, like this one. Grab this. Grab all this. And we didn't get one there, but that's okay. So now we have all that. And I'm going to duplicate it. Try and fill this in. Like that. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which an octagon should have 8 sides. So somehow we ended up doing this wrong. Let's move this back over. Try and line these edges up. Okay. Maybe, let me try something. Let me try something else. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go in here to my blueprints. I'm gonna look on the Steam Workshop. Chain octagon. Let's see what pops up. So let's do by most popular. Let's see. The octagon house, octagon planter, round birds of prey aviary. That sounds a little right. I think that's basically what we're trying to build, is sort of like an aviary vibe. Elephant house, that's gonna be way too big. Cage habitat. I'm gonna grab one of these. And we're gonna pull a few out and see. We can probably strip one down to use sort of just the basic. I'm just kind of looking. So this is a walk-through tropical aviary. A big aviary is a walk-through habitat for tropical animals. There's a small cafe with a viewing platform. So that might be a little too much stuff. We don't need that much. Okay. So let me do octagon. I know you guys can't see what I'm searching, but I'm basically just searching on the Steam Workshop. So most popular. So this elephant house is really popular. I'm gonna get it anyway, and we might be able to kind of take it apart and sort of see if it might work if we just use the little bit. Let me look up octagon cage. Okay, so we saw those already. Small cages, cage kit, wooden cages, African wild dog enclosure, lemur cage, parrot cage. Those are like actual cages, like crates. I want like just the habitat to be like this aviary. Aviary. Is that how you spell it? Aviary. Most popular of all time. Which I know aviaries are specifically for birds. Okay, so I think we found a few that might work. So I'm gonna add these to the Steam workshop. All those look pretty good. Also, this is a flamingo aviary. I'm gonna add that. Ooh, and also just this plain aviary. Okay, so we have a few options, I think, to work with. So let's go in here, and I'm going to look at these aviaries. Okay, so this is the one we tried to build. It's very sad. Just couldn't get it to line up. So here are a few other ones. So we have this one, which looks like it's mostly made of like rope or something. It's a little small. There's this one, it's really small. There's this one, which I do like this size. This one might work. You can kind of clear out all the stuff on the inside and just sort of use this outside piece. So that one is an option. We also have this peafowl, way too small. This is the birds of prey, which this is also really small. And then we have this tropical aviary, which is way too big. And let's look at all those pieces that are rendering in. Let's give it a sec. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be way too big. So I think we'll stick with this, that one that we've found. And I'm going to try and line that up. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is go in here, and I'm gonna delete like all the stuff on the inside. I should be able to, nope, do that. We wanna make sure we don't grab any of the wall pieces. Just want to get rid of all this stuff. Clear all this out. Can this elephant grass please go away? Thank you. We don't need the rock. Rocks. Anything else? Yes, a few more things over here. So I like the way they did all this grass. It was kind of cool. Okay. And this last bit of grass here. There we go. That should be everything. All right, now we have this, and it came together way better than the one that I tried to make because this is atrocious. So I'm just going to get rid of that. We won't speak of it. And then we can move this whole thing over. Let me grab the whole thing. Which, did it grab that? I'm not sure. That is the actual fence. Ah, brilliant. That is a good idea. That is a really good idea. So they actually use the habitat fence there to make that, there are some pieces hiding in here. I did see them. To make this gate, which we could do. So what I'm gonna do, I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get rid of all of that. We'll undo all these paths. Like that. I'm gonna flatten out this terrain so we can move this sort of on top of it, and then we can always build it down. I just like the idea of the guests going in and sort of walking down, like spiraling down. So let's move this barrier. Can we not select habitats within our thing? We can't. Okay, so I'll just move this. We'll put it right about here, which that is the staff entrance. So I'm going to put that sort of towards the back. I think we'll put the staff entrance kind of there. Scoot this back just a little bit. So we'll have that, and then I want to move this. Which, can we move it? Edit barrier. Gonna move it. So we can't rotate it, it seems, but we can put it in place and then move the staff door. Does that seem right? Yeah. That looks pretty good, and then we can just move this door back over here. There we go. So now that is all in place, and yeah, I like that. That is sort of what I pictured. Now what we're gonna do, for some reason these bars didn't duplicate around. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Yeah, they just didn't do the top bar. But that's fine, because we want to have like a night house for these animals to sleep in. So what I think we'll do, we'll come sort of over here. And where this habitat is, I want to go into the barrier. And I think what we'll do is sort of get rid of 2 of those barriers. We're gonna come in here, sort of clear out some of these pieces like that. And then we're gonna build sort of like a little building off of that. So I'm gonna exit this building. And let's go get our, oh, you love underground viewing areas. I just think it would be cool to have it sort of go down underground, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it. It's just like not working. Okay, so let's go into construction. I'm going to grab our cement pieces. We're going to try and throw in a building here. And what I think I want it to sort of line up to that, like that. Yeah, we have it go out this way a little bit. That could be where they sleep. That could be where we feed them, and this can be the staff entrance. Yes, I like that. Does this go into the wall? Not completely, but we might be able to sort of adjust the building around a little bit. So we kind of nudge it around. Sort of like that. This will be sort of where their habitat, where they can go into the night house. So I'm gonna put that there. And then I don't want them to be seen back from here. So what I think I'm gonna do is sort of build this like along this sort of piece, so it feels like it is sort of in the building. And this piece will sort of come out to there. We'll do that. So I'm just going to slide this to there. And then across here. I am going to adjust it just a smidge though, because I don't like that that's visible through it. So I'm just going to kind of slide this to about there, and then this piece just needs to be sort of rotated a little bit, like that. There we go. So that is the night house for them. And like I said, we can put their food and stuff here, sleeping arrangements over here, and then we'll have them, the employees go in through there. Okay, so what we need to do now, I'm gonna pull the barrier around. We are missing the chain link here now, but I think we can put that in sort of ourselves. I'm going to continue this around even though they didn't. So just pull it through like that. Same thing over here. Just gonna eyeball it. There we go. And then this beam, I'm gonna pull it to there. Perfect. And then we'll just fill that in with our own chain link fence, which we should be able to do pretty easily if we use this. So I'm gonna go X and we'll go into fences, and I want to use, so they use the other ones, but they're hard to see when you use these pieces as opposed to the actual fence. So I'm going to use these square ones just over here. Do that. And there we go. And that should close in the habitat. So they shouldn't be able to get out of that. And then we just need to continue the barrier, which we can do. I'm gonna grab, actually, so this building needs to sort of scoot over just a tad. It needs to kind of scoot over to there, which that is fine to me. This is a little funky, probably not the best, but I think it'll be okay. So let's go into this barrier. Now we can adjust this. So I'm gonna add to that. I'm gonna use the null barrier. Actually, let's use like the chain link or something to just kind of see where it is. So we'll go to there, there. Yep, and we'll do that. And yes, the habitat gate will go right there. So now what we just need to do is grab all of this. And we can make all of that. Null barrier. There we go. It doesn't need to be that tall, but we'll just leave it. It's fine. And then let's put the habitat gate on, which I'm going to use the glass one. Put that like that. I think that is fine. I'm going to go in here actually, and I'm just... Let me grab that. All that. And I just kind of want to nudge it sort of back into cement a little bit. So there we go. So that's how they get in there. We'll just have like a little path kind of go. And then the guests, I think what we'll do is let's go look at the guest gates and see how big those guest gates are. Oh, here we go. So they were a little bit bigger than these sections that we sort of made. So that's going to be a little annoying, but we'll try and line it up and we'll just fill it in with some chain link fences. So we'll put a guest gate there, and then I think we'll also put a guest gate sort of, let me see, because this path is going to go sort of across there. So I think here is sort of the best option. Let's put it over here. We'll do that, and then we have path, which terrain modification, yeah, we don't need to worry about that. So we're gonna have this go, it'll sort of just go across like this, obstructed. Just kind of gotta wiggle it around. There we go. You just hear Reggie sneeze. And then this will just kind of sneak into there like that, and this one will sneak into, ooh, interesting. So that path is a little weird. Okay, can we go in there and actually move that? Maybe we move it, yeah, let's move it over here. And this one I want to be chain link. Okay, so we're gonna have to go back and undo all that so that we can put this door in properly. So let's start over here with this guest gate. I want this one to go in here, which we'll put that there. We're gonna go in with the path. Come across here, kind of wiggle it back a little bit. There we go. So that will kind of continue that way, which that will need some work. We'll adjust that when we get to that point of the park. And then this will go straight into there like that. Do I want to curve that out a little bit? Yes, curve that out a little bit. Now this one is a little funky because of these paths that we put in. So let's have this path sort of go up this way and into there. And then we can have the staff path kind of nudge on from there. So let me grab this staff path. So we can do something like that and have this path sort of connect. Let me let's see, let's put in another gate and see. So barriers, guest gates, put there. Put it over here, which is kind of where I want to put it, kind of want it to be sort of off. Oh my god. Thank you for the follow and welcome. Oh, no, not staff path. We don't want staff path. We want this one. So I think we're going to have it sort of come down like that to kind of give some more space for walking, because we don't want them to all pile in. And then I think we'll have this sort of go off in that direction, and maybe we'll kind of hide it behind some plants and stuff so it's not really visible. There we go. So I like that. I think that's pretty cool. Very nice. And now we can do like sort of a little path in here, which I want to use, I think, the natural path. And I think we'll just kind of do a little something like that. Ooh, maybe curve this in a little more. Okay, let me actually pull this out a little more. So I want this to go sort of that way. There we go. So we have sort of like a little for the guests to walk through. I think we'll keep it the natural path. I kind of like that. Because there's not really like a dirt path. I mean, we have like the sand. I'm not really wanting the sand. We also have the tree bark, but like, don't know. Because we're sort of using, and maybe the tree bark would be fine in here just to kind of, you know, kind of have the path there, but like it's kind of hidden away. I mean, it's not all going to be dirt here in this habitat. I think what I want to do is we're going to have a bunch of climbing stuff. We'll probably have all that like sort of in this middle area here. I don't understand what this cube is. But let's go in and maybe just get rid of it. Can we just do that? Yeah, let's just get rid of that cube. I think that's what we were missing in our attempt to build this aviary, was sort of a middle block to rotate everything around. I think that would have helped. That would have helped. So let's go in here. The Queensland koala. So they are Oceania, tropical temperate. How big is this habitat? Do we make it big enough? How big are you? We're looking at 12,000 square feet, which they want. Probably gonna have 5 in there. Okay, yeah, so this should be good. It actually might be a little too big for just the 4 of them, but we can also make like a lot of sort of more visual areas that they actually can't kind of get into. So what I think we're gonna do over here is a little pond, sort of over here like that. I want to pull up that ground a lot. Do not want it that low. I want it like, yeah, like that height. That is still very deep. So what if we just kind of, nope. Let's pull this whole thing up a bit. Then we can smooth it out. There we go. Now we'll put the water in, which paint, auto paint. Oop. Get some water in there. which I think is where I kind of want. Maybe we'll do just a smidge deeper than that. So I'm just going to kind of push that down. I'm going to make this a little smaller. We're going to grab that height, and I think I'm going to sort of just draw our little pond in. Something like that. Let me smooth it out. There we go. Now we'll fill that with water. There we go. So we have like a little pond for them to hang out in. We'll put a bunch of plants and stuff, and then we'll have a ton of climbing stuff sort of over here where the guests walk around. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Let me paint the rest of this. Do we want long grass? Let me paint it with short grass, and then we can add in long grass. Just gonna kind of paint this around like that. So some grassy areas, and I think we're gonna need to put some dirt in, especially where they're gonna be climbing and walking. Probably a lot around sort of this watering area, because they're probably gonna be having their little muddy feet and stuff. We'll put just a little bit of that, and then we'll also use some soil. Just kind of sprinkle that around. Okay. So I think that's looking pretty good. What we do need to do... Actually, let me go in here while we're here. And Control X, we're going to add our chain link fence in. Just to make sure they can't, you know, escape out of the little hole. Okay, we'll slide this piece in like that. Just trying to line it up. There we go. So we will do that there and over here. Throw that in. Just like that. Boop. And there. Should be fine. There we go. So they shouldn't be able to escape or jump out. Over here, I think we're just going to do a very basic sort of roofing job. I'm going to do... I'm not going to put the actual roof on just yet. I'm just going to kind of put the frame pieces for it. So I'm going to use this piece, I think. Do we not have auto stacking turned on? No, we don't. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. And then on this end, we'll just need to use maybe just a flat roof or something like that over there would work. Let's put these pieces in. So that's gonna go there, and then we need that piece in like that. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Or do we want to, let me try the 1 meter, because that might be a little bit smoother of a connection. Because even though it doesn't go all the way to the top, I think that's better. So we'll do that. I think that looks a little bit better. So we'll do that instead. I think that's fine. Okay. Do we want to include some staff buildings over here? I'm trying to think. We have this building right here, which should have everything in it. So now this should be fine. We do need to do... We probably should have used those pieces, which we do have this wall over here. So I'm gonna move this over, which actually we're gonna put it over here. Duplicate it. Okay, so now let's line this up. I think we're gonna replace these walls. We'll line up this one. Oop, we don't need snapping on for that at all. Okay, actually I think that is pretty lined up right there. Yep, that is pretty good. Now let's line up the door frame like that. Where do we want to line up this end piece? Let's do this end piece. Like that. And then we just go in and edit this building. We can grab everything and sort of move it over. Just gonna move it over here. Or let me actually put that back on the ground. There we go. And then this one, we can get rid of all these outside pieces. And we'll add those to the building. Okay, so let's go back in here. Let's grab the door. That will go right there. Let's grab these archways. Oh no, we don't need those archways. We don't need those. Grab this piece. Go in like that. Yeah. We'll just keep it the same. There we go. Let's add this one and this one. Join those together so the cement pieces are part of the building. And then we just need to add our little archway piece over here, which is right there. Oh no, oh my gosh. I accidentally clicked the dislike button, so now they are not in our favorites. Where are those pieces? Here. So that is gonna go there and there. No. Here. That's fine. Perfect. What we want to do, let me grab all these pieces and see if I can adjust them a little different. That way we can kind of maybe line up some stuff a little better. So I'm going to do that. Maybe we smush it back just a smidge, because we need that to line up and that to line up, which I think we can do. Maybe if I pull this a little bit. We need that. That's probably the best we'll be able to get it. Like that. And then this whole building will adjust just a little bit to try and get that. Because I do want the cement to come through on this side. So maybe if we rotate it just a little bit. Oop, just like that. There we go. There we go. Perfect. And then the same thing, which what did we use? We're using those like weird cement pieces. So let me go grab concrete pieces, please. Here we go. And we'll make them orange. Like that. Okay. There we go. And that is sort of the roof, which we'll leave it open like I said for now. The koalas do like climbing, so maybe if we give them a little bit of space to climb in here. We'll put that there. And then what I think we'll do... I don't want that. Huh? You got a raid? Oh, hello! Welcome! I didn't even see it. I was totally zoned out on building concrete. Welcome, welcome! We are building a koala habitat today. Are struggling a little bit with trying to build like an actual like frame or whatever it's called, like an aviary. Absolutely struggled with that for a while, but I ended up finding one on the Steam Workshop, and we just decided to go ahead and use that. Now we're just kind of giving the koalas a little bit of climbing space inside their night house so they can sleep on top of this. And then we're going to throw some koalas in here, and I want to see how they sort of feel about the space and the size. Just going to slide that in like that. And then let's use these pieces to build this top out, like that. So this is going to come up here. And I'm just going to, actually I think I want this to be like there. Yes, okay. So let's just slide these across because I just want them to be able to kind of climb around. Because they do like climbing, but they don't necessarily always like to be around people. So I want them to be able to have this sort of climbing area in the back here so they can still climb but not be in the visuals. Okay, so let me try and squeeze this in. I think we're going to need to use this piece. Rotate it a little bit. There we go. Don't want them to be able to sort of sneak under there and get stuck. There we go. So it'd be sort of like a nice area for them to sort of get up on and climb around on, and then we can put maybe their food here and like their water over here. So I'm gonna get some beds, which let's filter this by koalas. Koalas. There we go. And I'm going to turn off blueprints just for now. We are going to use blueprints for some of the climbing stuff. But I'm going to put these beds up here for them. I like putting these little higher up areas for them to sort of hang out on. So I'll put those up there for them to sleep. And then food and water. So that's sort of like an elevated feeder, I think. A platform feeder. Yes. So I think what we'll do is sort of try and squeeze this in here, which why would it be obstructed? I think it's because of the barrier, which let's go look at this. I actually think there's barrier pieces in here. Yeah, which we shouldn't need those. This should still all be connected around. Yes, we don't need drop bears are sneaky. I hear that they are. Because there was I was watching a video of somebody building a koala habitat earlier today just to kind of get some ideas, and she was like, I don't understand why people don't like these things. They're so cute. And I was like, that's because from what I understand, they're absolute fucking terrorizers. And I'm pretty sure they pee on people, like from trees and stuff. That's what I've heard, at least. So we'll fix that. So there we go. So we should be able to put the feeder in there. I'm gonna use the littler one. Oop, that is not where I wanted to put that. I want it to sort of be over here. Why don't they want it there? So sticks through, and I don't like that. Oh, it's because of this space, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we just need to kind of push it back a little bit because that space needs to be open. It says, now they're cute and cuddly unless you piss them off. Yeah, and then they'll piss on you. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Let's put some water over here for them if we can. I hate how you can't put stuff by the barriers because of the whatever reason. Let me try and put this, I can put it over here. But will that clog up the feeding area? Or will they still be able to get to that? I'm not quite sure. We're gonna have to put in maybe what we can do is if we go in here and get rid of this, then we can do I'll move this. Oh, she can go right there. No, I want it on this wall, but I guess we can't put it on the wall because of the barrier. What if we move this, move it out just a smidge? Don't like it being completely in that wall. So I'm gonna build a different sort of platform. That's maybe a little bit more space saving. So let's go into habitats, climbing stuff. I'm gonna get like one of these. And I'm just going to sort of use that instead. I don't think staff can walk up there, but they shouldn't have to because there's just beds up here. But we might be able to just kind of double this up, and it's still going to be much more space saving than using that big cement sort of platform. So we'll do that. A little space under there, but that's okay. So they can come over here and eat. And then what I think we can do with the barrier, if I go in here and grab this barrier, sort of move it out like this, I should be able to put that water feeder there. Let's see. Let's go into food and water, water stations. Can we put this there? We can. So I want to put this like that. Does that stick through the wall? It does not. Perfect. And we can't even see the barrier because it is hidden. So I don't like how crooked this is. Can we straighten that out at all? So we'll do that. Maybe we nudge it a little bit more that way. So there we go. So that works. And now what we just need to do is some terrain, which I want to put in the nature stuff. Actually, let me check their enrichment toys. Make sure there's nothing like super large. Okay, so they do have these eucalyptus tree feeder things. Let's see. They're actually not that big. They're not that big. I think we'll just put a couple in. We'll put like one here, maybe another one like over here, sort of by the path. And we have any other large toys. So yeah, they have this, that thing, and some centers. And then they have tons of climbing, which we will turn back on blueprints because I do believe there are a bunch of koala blueprints. Let's see. Large brachiation frame. Whoa, that is large. Oh my goodness. What is this? Lemur climbing frame. Lake. Do they have any specifically koala? Overpass, underwater viewing, calming frame for small animals, which is what we have. Okay. Let's go ahead and use this. I mean, we don't have the lemurs in here, but they should be able to climb up on the same size stuff. So I want to try and figure out a cool way to sort of incorporate the paths in these. So let's get these all on the ground. So there we go. And then I think the path can go under this pretty well. All right, well, I think I'm gonna nudge it back sort of a little bit like that. So the path will go under that and sort of around it. And then over here, we can just kind of adjust these pieces. And we can kind of move them, kind of rotate them around and move them sort of over here. Like that. Just move that up. There we go, and then this can just be sort of nudged in there, like that. Which this is a little on the path. Let's see, if we move this down, maybe we can sort of nudge this whole thing in a little bit to like there, and I think that's fine. And then we can just nudge this over to in there. There we go. So that way the animals are sort of crawling up and stuff, and people can walk sort of under them while they run around. I also want to include a few other climbing pieces. So let's see. Climbing for small animal. Let's put this. I kind of like the idea of this being sort of near this water feature. So let's put this sort of over here. That's kind of cool there. We'll put some trees and stuff. We also have sort of this bar piece here, which we can maybe incorporate into this piece as well, and sort of pull the climbing bit sort of off that. We'll get rid of that and that piece, and they can just kind of climb right off of there onto those to kind of get across the water. I like that. And then we also have this little piece here, which we can put, I think we can put it over here as well. And move that. I think I want these climbing bits to sort of be more towards the people. So we'll do that, and they can just come and stand on that and hang out. So that will give the koalas tons of space to climb on things that aren't necessarily just trees. And we do need to move this. Let's move it sort of back here. Like that, and then we have that one over there, which we can sort of move to there. So we have tons of climbing for them. Then let's just go into, so those are sort of the bigger pieces that need to be in there. Let's go in and add some nature pieces. So we're going to go into continent, Oceania, biome. We're going to do tropical, temperate. So let's see. Maybe we don't need blueprints right now. So let me turn those off. Don't need blueprints right now. Okay. So let's start with the trees. Let's get some big trees in here. What do we have? So we have these ghost gum trees. Okay, we can incorporate some of these. Which we are going to need to make sure, yeah, we're going to make sure things don't come out of the fencing, which I mean, I guess it could a little bit, and I think it should be fine. So we'll put that there. Put another one maybe over here. Yeah, that's fine. Why did it do that? And then we'll put another little ghost gum over here, I think. Yes, because I don't mind it sort of growing through just a little bit. So we'll do that. Then what other trees do we have? We have some small little gum trees. So I'm just gonna kind of put a couple of those around, I think. Oop, that went really close to the edge. Just kind of put a couple of these around as well. And okay, so now we have these trees, which are quite tall, I believe, so they will need to sort of be in this middle area, which I think this is actually the smallest one. I'm going to sink it down just a little bit. Let's put one of those in there. Let's see, we have some mangroves. Okay. Can we put a mangrove piece over here? It's very tall. If we tilt it down a little bit and maybe tilt it sort of forward a bit. I think that works. Put that there, sort of growing in the water. And then we also have so these eucalyptus trees. I think are going to be way too big to put in here. Yes, they're quite large trees, so I don't think we'll be able to use those. Oh, we do have these fig trees. They're very pretty, but they are large as well. We might be able to put this single one in. Where is an area that could go with a nice big tree? Sort of back in there, I think. So let me see if this will fit in there pretty well. I think that will do pretty good. So let's put that in there. Fig, yeah, I know. That's why I had to put the tree in there. Sycamore maple is going to be a little too big. This is a gorgeous tree. Let's try and maybe put that tree over here. I like this tree. Put it like outside. Put one over here maybe. It's very pretty. And then we have tons of these little ferns. We can kind of put these around the floor area a little bit. Like this. We put a couple pieces back in here. Back over here we'll need some ferns. I also want to use these things. We'll use those as well. So let's go put all the ferns and then we'll come put those in. Put some of these back in here. Some ferns back here. Like that. Maybe a couple over here. And then I want to go through and I want to put these palms in. I love these palms. So we'll put a couple of palms in. It's starting to get very full in here, so it's kind of hard to see. I do like the idea of this area being very shaded. Let's put a few of these palms in. Squeeze this one back in here. And there. Put one in there. There we go. I think that's pretty good. My hand is going numb. Okay, so let's do that, and then let's get some ground cover. Let's see what we have that's too big. These will work. So let me grab some of these big ground covers. We'll sink them in just a little bit. I'm pretty much just gonna like fill in some of these areas. We don't want them to be completely full so they can actually kind of walk around the ground a little bit. Sort of fill in like these back areas where we don't want them to kind of sneak into and get stuck. because we want them to use the climbing stuff as much as possible. There we go. So I think that works. Very cool feeling in here. I think we'll put some down here as well. Put a couple of these in. These large ferns. I like these large ferns. I think that's pretty much it. Maybe we'll put like a single fern down here or something. Like that. There we go. Very pretty. You kind of just come in and walk around in there. I think it's a nice little different kind of vibe over here. Okay, so now what we need to do is sort of squeeze in some of their enrichment items. So let's go here, food enrichment, we got that already. Toy enrichment. Can we turn off blueprints? Looking very nice, thank you. Let's turn that off. Okay, so we just have a few enrichment toys. They don't have much. So we have these wind chimes, which I think will be kind of fun to squeeze in sort of over here. Or we have the feeder right there already. Can we go down, please? Let's put this over here. Sort of sink it down to the ground there. I want to put it sort of this spot. Put that there. We also have sort of this mobile. I'll put that sort of over here. I think that works. And some centers. So let's kind of just plop these around sort of these treed areas. They probably should be like in the ground, yeah. So I'm just gonna kind of smush some of these in to sort of where these plants are. We already have that there. I wanted one in there, and maybe we'll put one back here for them. There we go. And they have tons of climbing stuff, sleeping stuff, food and water is good. Maybe a water bowl. Maybe we can get a small water bowl sort of over here, just in case they need some fresh water from somewhere else. I'll put one like over here as well. The staff should be able to fill those up. We'll see. Okay, so this habitat on the inside is pretty much done. I think what we'll do is go ahead and get some of our koalas and put them in here. So let's go to the market, which we want to get 1 male and 5 females. So who's going to be our male koala? We have Leo. And we have Harrison, which they both are the same size. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and play the game and wait that 1.5 minutes to see if we can get a better male koala. I'm going to go ahead and get the female koalas. That's 1, 2, let's see, 3, 4. I want to get a 5th one. Let's get Lily. No, let's get Alice actually. Okay, and then we're just going to wait. I'm going to speed up the game. Oops, I am misremembering the keys. We're here, the market. There we go. So let's speed that up and we will wait to see if Leo leaves, we can get a better... oh, how's the zoo? The zoo is going really good. We are putting in some koalas. Just kind of waiting right now to see if we can get a better male option. Because these ones are both kind of small. So now we have 2 Harrisons. This one's perfect. Let's grab that one. Okay, let's go look at our animals now. We have our 6 koalas. We're going to grab them all and we're going to send them to our koala exhibit. This is how our Australia area is looking so far. With our kangaroos over here, dingoes over here, dhole over here, and now we have our koala exhibit, which we do need to integrate it sort of into the path system. Right now it kind of just looks like it was plopped down, so we will need to do that, but it is a guest walkthrough habitat. Love that. And so now they're going to come and throw these guys in, and we can also check them for escapability and traversability. We want to make sure they can climb on things and actually walk around. So we're going to get a couple thrown in right here. Awesome. Do we have our male in here? We have Evelyn and Layla. Layla is actually my niece's name, which is kind of cool. And then let's go to the heat map. Let's go to traversability and let's see. So they can traverse quite a bit. They can swim in the water. They can walk pretty much all the way around here. They can climb on all that, which is good. They can climb on all of that, which is awesome. And all of that as well. We do have some climbability. Yes, so they can climb out of here right now because we don't have a roof. So we can pause the game. We need to put a roof on it, and then they shouldn't be able to climb out. They can climb out because of the wooden structures. So let's grab our 1 meter pieces, which this usually always there. Yes, only a slight issue, yes. But once we put in this roof, they shouldn't be able to climb out. And this always messes up the grid height. So hopefully we don't get that messed up. Sometimes it'll just literally drop to 0 meters. So let's put this roof in. It's going to be a little weird on that other end, but that should be fine. Let's do that. There, and then for over here, I think we'll just go ahead and plop that in. Maybe we won't. Let's undo that. What I'm gonna do, well, first of all, what I want to do is get rid of these middle beams. I don't think we need those for this habitat. They do have little koala fighter jets to fly around in. Yes, they're aviator glasses, absolutely. So this should make it not escapable. Oh, look at them. They're so cute. So I'm going to check the traversability now. Their little butts. Yes. Actually it needs to update. That's so weird. It says that it is climbable, but they shouldn't be able to climb through walls. In my opinion, I don't think that makes sense. So it says they can escape there, but they shouldn't. It says they can climb all up on the roof and stuff. How do we fix that? Let me get rid of these beams because they are not looking the best tucked in there. So how do we fix that? Can we go in here and just delete the wood on the inside? Get rid of that. Maybe if we just get rid of the wood on the inside, it will help that a little bit. Just getting rid of these pieces. There we go. So let's check that traversability now. Let me go grab one of the lads. Where are they? I'm assuming over here, since there's a million of them. He's climbing up on the trees. Oh. Look at them. Oh. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, I want to get a screenshot. That's actually a really good screenshot for our the thumbnail. I'm gonna adjust this just a little bit. Look at him. He's so cute. Just laying in a little tree. Let me check traversability. Where did the other one go? They are climbing up these trees. Okay, traversable area. Okay, so that fixed the escapability. Although for some reason it says the roof is traversable area. I mean, yeah, it says they have the capability to climb, but how would they get to these beams anyway? Oh, out here. Out here, they can get on this single beam out here. So let's get rid of that beam. There. Does that affect the outside at all? Yeah, let's just get rid of all these indoor wooden beams. Oh, not the roof. Not the roof. The beams. No, just want to get rid of the beams. It's gonna be a little tricky, it seems. Me. Ugh. Nope. Just need to be very particular. There we go. So there's all the indoor beams pretty much gone. I think we just need to get rid of this sort of top layer there. Don't think we can actually grab that beam. Okay, so that should fix that problem. Beamless koalas. They have tons of beams to climb on, just not these ones that can cause them to escape. So let me grab these beams and fill in that gap there. I do not like that gap. So we'll just kind of squeeze that over. Like that. It does not take much for them to get out. No, it does not. Apparently they can climb concrete as well. Okay, so there we go. So there should be just cement in here. Let's go grab one of the boys. There you go. Or ladies. It's Alice. And let's check her... Oh, no, I clicked the wrong button. Her traversability. Let me unpause the game. Let that update and we'll see what happens. Okay. Is there a beam over here that they can grab? There is. Let's get rid of these beams. There we go. Oops, actually, let's not get rid of that one. Okay, so they should not be able to climb up there now, and if they can, I'm going to be so confused. So let's check your traversability. Please update the map. Did it update? So it's saying they can climb all these wooden pieces, but I'm not quite sure how they're getting to them. There's nowhere for them to grab onto. Like you see, there's nowhere for them to reach. So I guess what we'll do is we'll just ignore that, and unless they actually do escape, then we'll worry about it. But I don't think it should be a problem. We don't need this sign. Wait, I'm gonna align that to the surface and put that there. So that should be fine. We do need to go in here actually and fix these barriers. How do I get in there? There we go. Need to get rid of that piece there and over here probably. Yes. Can I grab that? There we go. Get rid of that. So now they can actually walk in. There we go. Oh my god, there's so many people in here. These poor koalas. Which I don't think they get too annoyed by having people around. I don't think they really mind that kind of stuff. They don't like this eel grass. Okay, let's remove that. I don't even know where it was. There's so many people in here with their stupid balloons. But they're looking at all the koalas in the trees. Which here is another one. Climbing around. They do like these little trees. It looks so lonely. He's just sitting there. He's probably playing with this enrichment toy. So this enrichment toy is just like a scent marker. And it smells like specific herbs and stuff back, like I guess that they would normally smell and have in the wild, so he was probably just sitting there smelling it. Look, he's gonna try and walk past all these people. Look. Excuse me. Look at his little butt. Oh my god, this one. They're so cute when they hang on the little tree. Which I can probably get a cool picture of the two of them climbing up. Walked right through the person's legs. It did. Yes. Oh, let's get a cute little picture of these guys over here. It'd be kind of cute for the send to the Twitter so people can see. Look at the koalas, which they are actually probably going to be needing like medical attention and stuff, but we actually don't have this habitat in the work zone. So let's see, we're gonna go into staff. Yeah, what is the problem? Yes, they cannot reach the habitat, that's the problem. So we're gonna go in here to the work zones and we're gonna update this work zone. We're gonna add all this we just built. Oop, there we go. That way they can get to it. And we shouldn't have to hire any more staff. I think we have just enough. Staff. And look how many people are using this path now that we put the koalas in. It's kind of interesting. They're probably all going to get on this the train over here. Very cool. Yes. Okay, so now what we need to do is sort of blend this area sort of into each other. Or actually, we probably should fix this chaos, shouldn't we? I think I'll just use art pieces. Probably be the easiest way to fix this. So I'm just gonna grab sort of this medium-sized piece, and I think what I'm gonna do is sort of just kind of line it up like that. Pull it up to that. Let's kind of rotate it. So it lines up to that, and then I'm going to sink it below like that. And then we're just going to make it gray. Which I think this gray is pretty good. So we'll do that. Can we... Oh, it isn't snapping? Interesting. Oh, position snap. Yes. Oh, okay. Well, that didn't really work. I'm gonna try and line this up. And then we'll just kind of slide this across to here. And like I said, I want it to be underneath. Like that. And we can get some smaller pieces, which we'll just kind of fill this in. Some tiny little pieces. Do we have square pieces? Yeah, let me use the square piece. So we'll do that. And then I'm just gonna fill in these gaps here. There we go. Just sort of fill that in, and then we can pull some of these pieces up to kind of help blend it in. So we'll do that. Oops. This will sort of help blend it in, which obviously, I mean, it doesn't match completely, but I think in general it's fine. They're all running to church after seeing the demon koala walk through that person's body. Probably. Can I go into here? No, I cannot. So I think that's fine. It's not the exact same, but I think in general it should be okay. And then down in here, just kind of helps fill in that space. Okay, so that works. Now what I want to do is sort of fill in these gaps and stuff here to kind of blend this into this area a little bit more. Oops, I unplugged my thing. It always gets a little loose. Okay, so what I want to use is I'm going to go into habitat. Nope, that's a lie. I'm going to go into construction, props, fences. We're going to be using these Australian fences because that's what I was sort of using in some of these areas. Actually, over here we're using these metal fences. We might use those as well. I've been sort of using these ones on more of the straight edge walls because they do snap like that. And then I have been using the metal ones on sort of more organic walls. But I think we can kind of get this to go pretty good across. So I'm just going to kind of roughly pull this off, and we're going to lower it a little bit so it works more of like kind of like a barricade fence instead of like an actual like fence like this. I think we're just going to kind of pull this straight across this whole front section. And this really helps to kind of clean up the edge of the sidewalk as well. And then we'll just kind of do maybe some rock work, a little bit of plants. Not really too many heavy plants because we do have a lot of heavy plants inside there. And I don't want it to look too cluttered over here. So probably just do some of those like low-lying ferns and maybe some just like ground cover basically. Let me pull this through. This should be pretty straight for this part. So we should be able to just snap these much faster. We'll do that. I want to use this end piece. I'm just going to need to pull it in a little bit. Like that. And then, actually none of this is in a building, is it? So yeah, we're going to need to grab all these. And I just want to adjust that angle a little bit. We're trying to get a little bit straighter. Like that. There we go. Whoa, those dogs just confused me. I was like, what was that sound? Okay, so let's actually grab all this. I want to put it in a building because it is not right now. And do we have a building for those? We don't. Do we have a building for that? For any of this? No. So let's just add all this to a building as well. So grab all this. Okay, and let's add all that together. So we have like a nice like landscaping building. And now what we can do is go into here. I'm gonna grab all that. We're gonna lower it. Boop, boop, boop. See, this is height over here. I think we'll do something similar, kind of like that height there. Just to kind of let people know, like, you know, they obviously can't walk across this. So this is a very dense kind of example. I think I want to do something kind of more like this. So let's grab some ground coverage, which let's use this. Oh, a lot of trees in here. Let's go into our nature and see what we were using. Ground coverage. What do we want to use? We do have these flowers. We have we have these things. Maybe we can use these, which I will need like this height I think is good. Turn off that. So we're just gonna kind of fill this in as well as over here. Can use that very big one, I think. bring that in. So let's see, wildflowers are always good. Yes, yes. We might put a few like kind of over here since this area is kind of huge. We might also include some statues and stuff. Nope, not the small one. Let's get the large flowers. Put these in. I'm gonna need to put a fence. Oopsie. I need to put a fence in on this side as well. I think in this small stretch here, we can put, because this I think is a little too, or we can do this, we just need to make sure we're rotating it. Rotate. Yeah, we'll just kind of use this to fill it in. I think we'll just use some of those colored flowers. Rotate. Kind of fill in some of these gaps. There we go. So we have that now. And then let's just use, where are those pretty flowers? These ones. Let's use the large ones maybe? Let's use the medium ones. Just kind of sink those to just above. Yeah, and we'll just kind of place these along here. Just like a really simple gardening bed. Like that. And then on these two end pieces, maybe we can do a little nice koala something. Let's go look at construction and see if we have any koala themed items. Okay, we have the warning koala sign. So let's put that up here. It's probably gonna block the door, but I think the doors open in, don't they? Yes, perfect. Koalas. We have a little koala grill. BBQ or something. Maybe we can put that in here. I feel like that'd be kind of cute to like squeeze in here somewhere. Like maybe we can put it here. Hello, little koala BBQ. And then we have these really cool wooden koala signs, which might be nice to sort of pop. Yeah, sort of on here. Maybe we can do like every other or something like that. Just to sort of decorate it a bit. Oops, no, I want it to snap, please. There we go. I think that is very pretty. Just some koala statues. So that is all we have for koalas from the Australia pack, which is a little sad. Actually, let me go back and we'll do koala. I have blueprints turned off. Maybe there's something in the blueprints. Okay. I'm not sure why koala is attached to any of these blueprints, but let's filter this by the Australia pack. Let's see what we're looking at. Blueprints, Australia pack. Okay. We have this thing, which I have been trying to find a spot to use it, but it's like I just can't really find like a nice neat place to kind of squeeze it in. Maybe over here might be kind of cool. Maybe we can move that tree. Move this tree. We can move it sort of back here. Because I like that blueprint, but it's just like it's so difficult to put it in. So he says, I have a real cool lion wall art I made, but no koala. I should make one for every animal. One, yeah, that'd be really cool. I know we have this koala wall art. I'm not sure where we could. I guess we could maybe put this like on the chain link fence. Like, would that be cool? We were to kind of put this like there. We might have to go in and adjust a few of those pieces, but I do kind of like that. Let me rotate this. I like how the koala fans have plummeted. So let's do that. And then some of these pieces we can get rid of, probably like all these little side pieces. Don't really need those. We'll just get rid of those. We'll just have the koala. I like that. Koala house. So let's do that. Get rid of all these pieces. Nope, not those. There we go. Koala house. Kind of cool. I think that's kind of dope. Definitely need to clean up some of this flooring. Let me go in here. Actually, let's go back to fences. I want to use that curved piece. What is happening? What? Can you snap? Yeah. Let's do that. And then this piece can go in a little bit. We have that there. How do we get rid of that? This path is a little funky over here because of the way this road got put in. I don't think we can smooth that out at all. Oh, we can. Let's put that there. There we go. So that smooths that out. Let me pause the game and see if we can smooth that out. There we go. And then we can have this staff path sort of sneak its way back in. Sort of like that. There we go. And that kind of smooths out that path way nicer. Very cool. And then what we can do... I kind of want to hide that away. I know we were using these trees over here as sort of bushes. Maybe we can kind of squeeze some of these in. Sort of over here to help hide sort of that staff entrance. Do something like that. And then I think we just need a few trees sort of back here because this area over here, I'm going to get rid of these since we finished that area. So over here is going to actually start the Nile Safari. So we need to kind of transition this nice and smooth. So let's go into nature. Temperate tropical blueprints off. Let's go to trees. I want to get some of those tall trees that we couldn't use. Okay, well that's not a tall tree at all, but I think that tree, why did it do that? I think this tree actually could do okay in there. Let me see. Let me put that in there. There we go. These tall trees here, so we have like the gum tree, and we also have the eucalyptus tree. So what I'm going to do is sort of put a bunch of these big ones back here to help kind of blend that skyline. So we'll do that. We have these trees here. I'm going to put this one back here. The mangrove tree. Squeeze that, and we also have the rainbow eucalyptus. I'm going to put those sort of over here. There we go. So from this angle, kind of like blends out. What I might do is actually select these big trees. I'm going to lower them down. They're just like super tall. There we go. So that looks a little good. We just need to put some sort of a staff fence here. I think that would work pretty good. So let's do, not terrain. I'm going to go to paths. What was that? Oh, it sounded so weird. You really said, I'm off the clock. Exactly, 6:01. You said, load game. Where's the baby? Aww. I'm going to show everybody the baby. Let's build this staff fence. I want to show them the baby. So some advancements on the baby. Hi, little baby. Baby is a girl. Woohoo! Gender reveal. Say hi. I know you just woke up. You're probably like, what in the world? Yes, but she is a she. A wee baby. And her name is Fig. Little baby. Are you sleepy? Look at her. Look at her. she's like limp. You want to lay down right here in the sun? You can turn the cat cam on so people can watch you sleep. I'll have to move my watermelon so people don't see it. Here, lay down. She's getting so big. We turn on the cat cam. She has been eating like a gavoon. Yeah, look at her. Oh, the big yawn. She's been eating so much. And she has learned to use the litter box. She's still not the best. We still have to sometimes be like, you need to use the bathroom. But she is a child, so sometimes they have to be reminded. Little one. You want to lay in the sun? People want to see you. You're so tiny. Lay down. I gotta move my hand.
She started to only want to sleep in that bed now.
Well, I can move this bed.
She wants that bed. Here, yeah.
Here. You can sleep on your stinky bed. Is that better? She's like, yes. Let's give her some treats. But we are going to be taking her to the vet, which is exciting. Here you go. Treats. Nom, nom, nom. Over here. Nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Baby's not in the corner. Baby's on the edge of the desk. They're over here. I just put them over here. Look.
She doesn't understand treat. Come on.
There you go. There you go. All right, we'll leave her down there in the corner. Where is he? I wonder if they could see him. I have to like push my chair back. Reggie boy. Look at him. Reggie, you watching the baby? Why are his arms out like that?
That's why I wanted you to see it.
I also only have, let me see if I can show you guys, one sock on.
Why?
Because the other one started bothering me, so I ripped it off. It has a hole in the bottom. Nobody clip that picture of my feet, please. Let me go. I'm gonna put in a staff fence here, so people don't sneak back there and try and steal the koalas. Australia pack, no. Let me get rid of blueprints. I'm going to go down to the bottom here. I like to use these for the fences. So let's use these ones. We'll sort of do like a fence like there. And then we'll go this way. These need to be on the ground. There we go. So I'm just going to kind of have this go back a little bit. This is actually on the other side of it. It is. So let me just tuck that in. Get rid of that. There we go. So we have some staff fences now. We can move this. There we go. And maybe we can like adjust this a little bit. We sink it in the ground a little bit more. Okay, let's put in our actual staff fence, which I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to do it sort of like here, I think. There we go. Actually, I think these two buildings are a little lower than they should be. Pull those up, And then we're gonna go into facilities, and I'm gonna grab these do not enter signs. Yeah, I'm gonna put one like there. That's the center, but I think I'm gonna put it more over here. So there we go. So that sort of closes off that staff area. I think I'm going to kind of fix this. I want to rotate it a little bit more flat like that. And can we put another piece there? No, but I can. Let's adjust this building. Kind of rotate it like that. There we go. Then this tree is too big. Way too big. So I'm going to get rid of that tree there, and we're going to put... We can put some of these trees in it. Put like these. Actually, let me... Yes, give me a second. I'm going to do something like... Yeah, you have a... Yeah, I gave you one. So we both had one. There we go. So that works better. And then let's put something here. What do we want to do? Like we have a fence. Do we want to do a double fence? I'm not sure. We need to do something so it actually looks kind of integrated. What I think we'll do, let me grab this fence here. And I'm going to kind of, no, let's move that. I want to just use it kind of like that, and I think we'll just lower it down so it's just like these two. Now I'm gonna place them, so what I've been doing is kind of just placing them like this a little organically, so it kind of like, I don't know, gives a little bit more interest than kind of trying to do really straight fences. So I'm gonna do that because I did it over there. I'll show you right behind. We did it and I love the way it turned out. So now I'm going to pull these over here, like that, because we did them over here, like this. I really like the way that that turned out. And we put the snakes in there. So I'm going to do that because I think that looks kind of cool. And then what we'll do is maybe we'll do some flowers. We'll put some flowers in here. So I'm going to go and grab those wildflowers. Get the small one. Do like that. Kind of throw some wildflowers in there. There we go. I think I want to put a few more in there like that. And then we can throw in some of these other plants. What are these? They're called cordyline plants. Interesting. We also have these ones we've been using. You can just throw these in like that. Maybe a few in to follow that curve. There we go. I think that looks kind of cool. I think I want to adjust the terrain a little bit. It's like, oh, I don't need that to be that big. So I want these to be sort of dirt. Because that is the, yeah, we'll transition these to more like dirt. Kind of look a little better. I think that does look a little bit smoother, and we'll keep that. Dirt over here is all dirt. That's good. Maybe we'll throw in just a little bit of grass sort of along the edge. Like that. There we go. Let's save the game while we're here. And I'm going to drink a little tea break. All right. Then what we might want to do, let me see. So that is, I think that looks really cool over here actually. I like this. People can go into the koala habitat. Super cool. I like the way that this specific visual looks. Let me get a screenshot of that. I think the only thing we need to adjust for now is maybe these sort of areas. This area here is going to be some more of this sort of just kind of blending area. And we'll just kind of, sorry, one second, I need to, so we'll just kind of put some trees and bushes and stuff, because this is going to transition into sort of that area, because right here is sort of a trifecta. We have the Australia area, the Nile Safari, and the Indo-Malaysia, where they're all going to basically come to a same point. So we need to make sure it's sort of blended okay. So basically we want it to be blended to where, like, when you're down here, you can't really see behind and to know, like, what's going on the other side of those trees and stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is, this is sort of going to be that boundary for the Nile Safari. So I'm going to take some more of these trees and use them as bushes, because I really like the way that they look, and you can make them a little bit bigger or smaller to sort of, like, you can rotate them, go up a little bit, rotate them, go down a little bit. And it just kind of helps for a variation, and they're huge bushes. Make it a little bit smaller. There we go. So that sort of helps us with that blend zone, basically. So that when they walk through here, they can't see behind that. And then basically it'll just transition into that Indo-Malaysia. So we'll do that. What I think we'll do over here is I want to do some more of those metal bars. So I'm going to take those. Oopsie, did not mean to click that button. We're going to take this fence. What did it do? Here we go. Let's grab that fence. Why is it doing that? I don't have it. There we go. And I'm gonna kind of just run this along, and I think I'm gonna lower it down to 3 instead of 2, so it's more of like an actual barrier fence. And we're just gonna kind of plop these along like that. I don't think I'll put any there. Kind of plop this along a little bit. Just like that. And I think the path actually does go up, so the fence did sink down a little bit. Oh my goodness, Reggie, welcome. I think we'll do that. So we have a bit of a barrier there. I don't mind that. It looks okay. I think if we add some more trees and rocks and stuff. Oh, we can turn off cat cam. They are not over here. So let's grab the little... What? Ooh. What about it?
He's just sitting there. So cute.
Lower that down. Fill that in there, and we'll fill this in over here as well. Don't really want that to be in the road like that, so I think we're gonna do... Oh, bracken can work. Let's put in some bracken. Yeah, put some bracken in, and then maybe we'll use some of these large century plants, because they are quite beautiful. Can you not do what you just did? Because, like... There we go. I love these little plants. Put some of those in. I don't think we'll put in a mangrove. Maybe we can put in some of these colorful plants, just to kind of give some intrigue, a little definition maybe. Put some of those in. And I think that should be fine. Maybe we'll incorporate some of these since we've been using them. Sort of just kind of put it straight along the fence like that. There we go. I think that works. Where's the baby?
It's the bed as a whole, I think.
As a whole?
The bed as a whole that she wants to sit down. She just likes sitting down there.
Maybe. There we go. I kind of want to do something over here. I think what we'll do is we'll kind of wrap this fence around a little bit. I think I'm going to lower it so it is just the two. Kind of wrap it around to just about this point. I don't think it'll go all the way back. just like that. And then I think we need to do something in here. This is a huge planter area. I think we can really do something nice. You know what we didn't do? You know what we didn't do is any of the educational talks at all for the koalas, which is a little annoying. We might do it like over here, maybe outside of the building. Do you think that would be fine? Do you think it would be okay if it's kind of like not visual, like you can't visually see the habitat, but it's still sort of near the habitat? You think that should be okay? Maybe they can. Maybe they would bring the koalas to the animal talk, and then or bring one of them, and we can do it sort of over here, or do we kind of incorporate it back here, and then maybe we can have like that space open for visuals? Let's do that. So we'll go up to here, and then I think I'm going to go and edit this barrier. I'm going to take these parts. Oops, not that one. I just want these two. These two here, and do we change it to glass? Or do we keep it chain link fence? I'm thinking maybe we switch it to glass just so it's like a clearer view. Let's do that. We'll switch it to glass. I'm gonna grab one of these buildings and let's line this up. I basically want to line it up so like this goes straight across like that. And then we'll have a piece go, yeah, just like probably about here. So let's do that. We'll go in and edit this building. We'll grab all these pieces and we can move them. Just move them over here. For now, let's grab these pieces. And we'll kind of put those here, which I guess we should try and figure out actually where the animal talk will be, because I feel like it should be at that height there. Now that we did this, what I want to do is actually go in here and change this to a null barrier. There we go. And we'll have these glass pieces to sort of protect that, and we can go in here and let's edit this. We're gonna get rid of that piece, go in here and get rid of that piece. Whichever building is using this one, we'll get rid of that one, and we should move this one in like that. And then we'll just need to add our chain link fence, which we can just do like that. Ooh, I think we're gonna need to use this smaller piece, which I want to use the square pieces because I just feel like I can see the square pieces better. So we're gonna do that, move that down. Same here. There we go. So now they can't escape out the top there. And then what we can do is, let me do paths align to grid. We should be able to select something. Not yet. Let's go grab a piece over here. And I'm going to grab just this plain piece like this. And we're going to put that there. And then I'm going to go path, align to grid. We should select that one. There we go. So obstructed. Tons of obstructions. place that there, and I'm thinking we'll have like the animal talk back here, but people can come and stand there and view. I think it's the barrier that we're hitting, because these barriers are still in the way. So let me grab these barriers. I'm going to kind of move them sort of back like that. And that should fix that problem. What is he doing? Do you see him? So we'll do that. I'm gonna go to terrain. I'm gonna try and adjust some of this because it is a bit rough. So what I'm gonna do is use our flatten to foundation. I think what I'm gonna do is grab that foundation. I'm gonna smooth that out. And same over here, I'm gonna smooth that out. And then grab this one and smooth that out. And we can do some stairs. Just kind of smoothing all this out, because that looks more adjustable. We want to use some short grass here just to avoid coming through the path. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have the path up here. Which size were we using? The size? This one. I'm going to go up here and place this path. And then we'll go this way, but we're going to go up. I'm going to lower our elevation significantly. We should be able to... Oops. Oopsie. I'm going to try and get this level on the ground, which is like here. Let me try and level this out. So I'm going to pull this up to probably about that height. I think that is good. Which it keeps doing auto paint. I don't want to do that. How do I select short grass? There we go. Oh my goodness, Reggie. There we go. And now we should be able to do that. That is a bit rough. I think we'll just keep that for now. And then this way, I want this to go up as well, the little bit. So that does that little step as well. I don't think that's as bad. I think that's okay. I think we'll keep that like that. Doesn't look like we can actually connect this at all because of the way that that is built. So what I think I'm going to do is we'll do align to grid here. Okay, so we just need to nudge that terrain down just a little bit. There we go. Smooth that out. We'll go to paths, align to grid. We'll do that, deselect. Yeah, we'll connect that. Oh, okay. Maybe we will, let's do the little slopes. Don't need it to be that big. So we'll do that. So try and connect this up. Ooh. And then we'll do something like that. Smooth that out. How does that look? Rough. Okay. Looks a bit rough. So what we need to do is terrain, flatten to terrain. We need to grab this terrain. We need to pull all this up to this terrain. And that will come out to there. And then this will go up. But we need to do it little. See, okay. So we're gonna have to do this a little funky. So what I'm gonna have to do is we'll pull the terrain out so we can get this path to go there. And then what I think we'll do is I'll turn on tunneling. Terrain modification failed. Terrain modification has failed. I basically just want steps right there. How can we get this to work? Line to grid. So that can go there, and that keeps that straight. Ooh. Okay. How does that make any sense? What we can do, okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to terrain, and basically I'm gonna try and smooth this hill. That is not what I wanted to do. I want to try and smooth this out into like a nice ramp. So it's like actually realistic for people to walk up and down. Let's pull that up. Let's push that down and smooth this. I'm gonna get this big brush. I'm gonna smooth all this out. Does that look pretty smooth? Sort of. Let's see if the path will connect. We don't want tunneling or flattening of terrain. There we go. We'll kind of go up this way, and it should be pretty smooth. Yeah, it's a little bumpy, but I don't think I mind it. It's pretty decently smooth. So then people will go up there, and then that's where Indo Malaysia will start. And then this is where our building will be. Perfect. So let's go in here. We're going to edit this. I'm going to grab... Let's grab some of these. I'm going to put these in here. I think I put those backwards or did them wrong or something. And then this is basically just going to fill in this area. Do that. We'll use this little archway. Like that, and we can get rid of that piece there. Okay, so that is sort of our building here, and I just want to move this out of the building, like that. Now let's go into facilities and grab our education devices. So this is gonna go, can I get this to snap on a road or something? Let me snap it like, that's pretty okay, I guess. I think we're gonna have it go this way. Don't want snapping on, please turn that off. Gonna have it go this way. I know it's not facing the habitat, but I think that would be, this is a better option. We need to put these on. Let's just make them orange since we are in the Australia area. Yes, and we'll do that. And then the top of the speaker, we'll put them over here, I think. I think that looks kind of cool. I'll have them face them. So they will go there, but people can still come and stand here and look at the habitat. I think what we'll do, actually no, let's move this guy over here. So then what we can do is put some education boards back there. So let's put screens, education, habitat board. We're gonna align to surface, please. Just like that. We'll put one there, and we'll also put one over here, I think. Yeah, we'll put one there too. So this is going to be the koala. Maybe we'll grab a video or something online. I'll put it in there. But for now, these should be fine. Then what I want is, because we don't have any habitat boards for the koalas inside, but we might be able to sort of squeeze some in over here. We do like this. And we can put one here. The koalas. Sorry, I was just adjusting it because it looked a little crooked. There we go. You know, Reggie reminds me of a koala for some reason. Or at least these pictures of the koalas remind me of Reggie. Not sure why. Just look like the Reginald. Okay, so now we have tons of information boards in there. Let's grab, I want to do the educational speaker. I want to put this in here for when the shows are not happening. We are still getting information about koalas. We might actually also be able to put, we might put a few in the actual habitat. So let's put one, I guess we can put them, I want this to align to surfaces. Guess it doesn't see that as a surface. Let's put it in this tree. And we'll put one in the other one, which is over here. So while they're climbing and using that toy, what is happening? The people will hear about the koalas, so we'll do that. So people are listening to and hearing about koalas, and that should be fine. Then in here, I want to, for the roof, what we'll do, I think, is this piece, because I haven't used this one yet, and I kind of want to. So let me plop this piece sort of on all these corner pieces, like that. And then we'll just grab this one. Perfect. Yeah, I like that. So then people can come in and see the koalas. I think what we'll do is put a donation board over here. So let's go into facilities. I'm going to grab a little square TV screen, which I want to use the, not the lit ones, I want to use the regular ones. I'll put that over here. And then we'll go to guest services, finances, donation bid. We'll put that there. And then I'll just change this to the fund. There we go. So people will donate. Can I set this as an advertisement for these? No, I guess not. That is okay. And then we'll just need to put maybe some bottom pieces in there. We should also probably include some benches in here, because they can't actually sit on those Animal Talk show seats. So I'm gonna grab our bench here. We're gonna make it orange, and I want to put one there. I don't think we can squeeze one in there, but maybe we can put some back here. Yeah, we'll just put one there. That should be fine. Yeah, so that's good. That's pretty much done. What we need to do now is I'm going to go in here. I'm going to grab our cement pieces. Those are going to be in here. Like this. We'll make those orange, and then we'll just need to fill in these bottom bits down here. Can we put this in? Yes, let's put those in there to sort of help blend in. That. There we go. So it looks very good. That is our Koala Animal Talk. What I want to do, actually let me go back in here. I want to grab some of our koala pieces. So I'm going to put this up here. So I think that's cute. And I also think we're going to put this little guy over here like that. Just to give us some koala detail. Okay. Well, I think that is looking pretty much good. This is ready to transition into the other section of the park. Maybe we can get the path to go that way as well, but I don't think it's going to go through this. I think we're going to kind of use this. It's like that shield blend zone like I was saying. So let me actually grab some of these. We'll get rid of aligning to surface. I'm just going to kind of plop these in. This will also help cover up some of those mess ups in the terrain. Just kind of squeeze these in. Oopsie. Like that. As well as over here. We'll just do that, and then the trees, I think I'm just gonna kind of blend this in. We'll grab maybe this tree, and I want to grab a gum tree, and I'm gonna put that one back here. So there we go. Oopsie, I don't know where I just went. Okay, so that should help us with that blending zone. So now this kind of all looks nice and kind of incorporated. I want to get like a nice photo, so let me come up here like this. It's kind of a cool spot for a photo. There we go. So I think that is our koala habitat done. I'm very happy with how it turned out. We have all of our spaces filled still, which is kind of cool. Like I said, the only other spaces, I did go in and fill a few spaces between the streams. So like I kind of did some gardening in this area. And I kind of filled in this area, which I kind of like the way it comes out. It kind of looks like lettuce down here, but I think it looks pretty good. I put these trees here. I think this is where I want them to go. I still need to fill in sort of this gardening areas, all these little bits and bobs. Which I think we'll kind of do as we go. I think we'll kind of work on filling in these things here when we work on sort of the habitat that's going to go in there. And this, I think this is where our saltwater crocodile is going to go, and then we'll have our platypus over here. We'll also need to do a building for this area up here, which shouldn't be too hard now with our wall kit. So we should be able to do that pretty easily. And then I do have some observation decks up here, because originally I was planning to have a habitat down here, but I'm not quite sure if that is where our platypus is going to be. So we'll see. And then over here is the cassowary. So it looks like it might be 1, maybe 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 more streams, and we should be able to finish up the Australia area, which is kind of exciting. Definitely a lot less than the North American area, So what we'll need to do is the cassowary habitat, a restaurant here. Maybe we'll do like a learning facility, sort of how we have this one over here. Maybe we can do something like that over here with some of the habitat creatures. And then over here, like I said, saltwater crocodile, platypus, we need to do the train station. And that'll be pretty much it. And then this will be Nile Safari. Super exciting. Oh yeah, and then we have to do the park entrance. Hello, welcome. So I think that should be super cool, but I love the way that this turned out, especially from the overhead view. I think it definitely stands out as a nice piece there. So yeah, I think that came out super awesome. So people can go in here. Oh, look at them. Hanging out together up there. I wonder if we can get a picture of them like up there with the guests looking at them. Like how cute is that? I like how there's like nobody in here anymore. Originally there was like 1 million people in here. And now nobody cares about the koalas. They're like, oh, they are no longer considered new. They are no longer hot ticket items. There they go. They're climbing down. And then we have this over here. Actually, I think this might be escapable. Let me go and edit this building. I just need to grab that wall. What's happening? Just that wall. That works. So you said, hi, I saw your content on TikTok and I had to drop a follow. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much and welcome. That is so cool to hear. I didn't know if it was worth putting them on there at all, but I'm so glad to hear that. And welcome, welcome. We just finished our koala habitat. So I think it's looking really cool. I just want to make sure they couldn't escape from that little bit there. We might have to go in and edit this barrier. Or is that the barrier? No, because that's the glass pieces. So let me grab this whole wall section here. I'm actually going to move this down like that. There we go. And that sort of fixes that. So yeah, there we go. Well, I think it's pretty much done. I don't know what else there is to do. This area over here, I don't know. I'm not sure if this little bump in the pavement bothers me or not. It looks just like a regular step, but it might be really annoying in the future. But in general, that we don't have to worry about. That area all over there is where Indo-Malaysia is gonna go, which I think will be really cool. We can have like a bunch of habitats sort of in here and in here, and maybe we can have one like up in here down by this water. Anyway, but yeah, so I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up. What I'll do first is I want to go in here and clear out these building pieces. Don't need those anymore. So that building is officially done. And then yeah, let's take a look at some of our zoo stats and see what people are loving about our zoo. What is our most popular animal right now? That's what I want to see. So that's going to be in overview. So still the Himalayan brown bear. That is still our most popular animal. That makes a lot of sense. And then they really like the rattlesnake. Okay. Okay. I really thought the koala would really drag them in, but they love those Himalayan brown bears. We can play the game a little bit. It might drop the FPS just a tad, but we can try to kind of do that and see where are most of our guests. We do have 1,000 people in the park. They might be getting spread a little thin now. We can kind of walk around and see where most of these people are. It looks like they're all kind of hanging out here, maybe by these restaurants. Yeah, sort of maybe hanging out in line up there. Yeah, they're all just kind of spread thin. Maybe it's time we introduce a few more guests into the park. Does seem like there's quite a lot of guests. They're kind of just all over the place. Doesn't look like there's like one area that they're kind of all flocking to, except for when we put in a new animal, they all kind of go that way. Although it does generally seem like they're all sort of over here, which is where the moose, dalshi, beavers are. And the restaurant. It also might be the restaurant that is attracting them, because we don't have a lot of restaurants and stuff anywhere else in the park. So maybe putting a restaurant in here will help with that. And what I might do is kind of look up like an Australian restaurant and see if we have something cool. We do have some shops and stuff in here, but I want to do like an actual sit-down restaurant. People buying the balloons and stuff. Awesome. Okay. Well, maybe we can let a few more guests into the park, and that is what we'll do to sort of wrap up today's stream. So I'm going to come over here. We actually have 2 entrances to the park now. We have an Australian entrance, because I kind of threw these in for now until we actually have our park entrances, which is where I think I'm going to put the actual spawners. We might transform these into like bathrooms or something like that. But let's go ahead and increase our guest limit and see how many people come into the park. So let's go up to 1,500. I think 1,500. I think 1,500 is pretty good. 1 million guests. Oh my God, no! My computer would explode. So let's do that. Let's see if we get some more people into the park. Let's see which entrance they actually prefer to come into. So this is our Australian entrance. Yeah, dude. Here they come. Here they come. And that way we can actually see some guests sort of going to these different habitats. Because right now it just seems so empty, and you think it wouldn't really be that empty for such a big zoo. Here they come. Tons of people. And now that I just think about it, I never finished this area. It's completely empty in here, and nobody ever comes in here. Whatever. So we should be seeing a ton more people in the park. I think that will help sort of spread people out. Awesome. So yeah, I guess we can go ahead and wrap up today's stream. It's a little early, about 10 minutes early, but I think that should be okay because we're pretty much done. I don't want to kind of drag it on if there's something really to do. Yeah, so we need to choose what we want to do for next stream. Let's do that. Yeah, you can always put an exhibit animal in there. Yeah. So that's what I might do is change out those buildings for exhibit animals. So next stream, we have a few options. So we can do the cassowary habitat, which is going to be up here. We can do the saltwater crocodiles. We can do the platypus over here. Or we can work on the park entrance, the restaurant, and the what is it called? Train station. So, wow. Okay. No, train station. You want to do the train? The train station is going to take a whole stream, so I'll probably like squeeze it in with some additional stuff. We'll probably do the train station and the restaurant like all in one stream. And so you said, I guess. So you want to know. Oh, when will you be streaming more Planet Zoo? So I stream Planet Zoo every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we do Sea Skylines on Monday and Wednesdays at 3 p.m.
Did you say 3?
Yes. Yeah. I changed it, yeah. Yeah, all my streams, I stream Monday through Thursday now at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, all the same times. I figured that would just be easier. 3 to 7. And then we do... on Fridays, we do our wildcard streams, which last time we did some Magic the Gathering, and then this last Friday we played some board games with some friends, which was really fun. So you vote Planet Zoo while you beat me at cards. So it'll be this coming up Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And then tomorrow is City Skylines, which I don't know if you guys are into City Skylines, but we started a new city because my old one got corrupted, and this next stream tomorrow we're going to be starting a community college, which I'm super excited. So hopefully you can stop by for that. Actually, let me actually switch over to our end of stream, and I'm going to get the kitten. Where's the baby? I want the baby to come say bye to the stream. Let me go in here so you guys can get a cool view of the koalas, and then I'm going to switch over to our end of stream. Just like that. There we go. Where's the baby? Oh, the baby. There she is, the baby. She's like, I just want sleeps. You took a long nap with me today. You took like a 2-hour nap today. So, like I said, we'll be streaming again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. That is City Skylines. Thursday is 3 p.m. for Planet Zoo. And then Friday is 6 p.m. for Wildcard Stream, which I'm not quite sure what we'll be playing again this weekend. I think it just kind of depends. We'll see if we can get some people to play board games. If not, I might play like an older video game. I was thinking about playing something that's not really that popular to kind of give it its own day to stream it. So I was thinking maybe we can do like the movies video game, or maybe I can do some Sims. I do have some other games on my computer that I do play, like Minecraft and stuff. Minecraft is a little hard to stream because it's very oversaturated, so maybe not that, but I do have quite a few other games. We might play something, just kind of a one-off shoot on Friday, but I will let you guys know as I figure that out later on in the week. But hopefully I will see you tomorrow or Thursday. If you ever miss one of my streams, I always upload them onto YouTube, so you can always watch them there, and they also stay below the stream on VODs for I think about a week, so you can always go on there. Oh, baby, if you ever miss a stream. And yeah, if I don't see you at a stream, I hope you have fun doing whatever it is you are doing. Oh, wait, what? You messed up my outro. I was trying to say goodbye. We are actually coming up close on our follow goal. If you guys can see, we're at 176 out of 200, which is super exciting. So just 20 more people. So if you have any friends that like playing these games, or you know any other people that like playing these games, let them know that I stream them and send them over my way. I'm also trying to get my YouTube subscriber count up. I think we're at like 155 right now, so about the same numbers. So make sure to follow my YouTube channel if you aren't already, to make sure you are getting that content in case you miss it. And also my Twitter is where I post updates in case you come to my stream and I'm not streaming for some reason. Twitter is where I will post updates and stuff like that, as well as just some photos from the game if you want to see stuff like that. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up today. Thank you for everybody. So where do I find the map making video again? Do you mean the one where I made it on Adobe Illustrator? I haven't actually made that video yet. I was going to wait until I actually finish the Australia area so I can do like a full update and add that whole section. Yeah, so I haven't actually done that one yet. 'Cause I just felt like it would make more sense to just like kind of do a whole add-on. That way I can completely show you how to start from scratch to do like the Adobe Illustrator. So that'll probably be about another 2 weeks before we do that, because we have about 3 more habitats to kind of finish up. So yeah, so keep an eye out for that, and I'll definitely let you know on the streams when I'm getting ready to do that video. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and go. Little baby seems to be getting hungry, a little antsy. You want to get some food? You want some yummy tuna in your belly? So yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I had so much fun talking to you guys. I hope to see you at another stream. And like I always say, if I don't see you at another stream, I hope you have fun doing whatever it is you are doing. And I wish you all the best. Bye guys. Say bye, baby. Bye.